Hello, 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 and welcome. I'm Sheila Balgobin, known as the Dream Decipherer, and this is Dream Your Life, Live Your Dream Live, where we talk about all things dreams. Now, this time of year, people are coming back from vacations or may even be on vacation still, and we're going to look at travel in the context of dreams and see what those dreams could be saying to the dreamer. Now, I'll share a fun and interesting fact with you before I start, and that's 55% of people, and that's worldwide, dream about traveling to a foreign country at least once in their lifetime. So it's one of those very common dreams, and if you can imagine, 55% of the world's population all traveling to the same place in waking life, you can imagine what chaos that would cause. But them traveling there in their dreams is less problematic, shall we say, though that energetically that could get crowded as well. So what do these travel dreams mean, and what significance do they have when it comes to impacting our waking lives? Well, one way of looking at dreams is that travel dreams, rather, is that it could be a message about expanding your horizons in some way. So it's necessary to pay attention to what you're doing and how you're doing it in your travel dream. So if you're going in a direction that's off towards the right, that could suggest that you're doing things in the normal, conventional, habitual way. Whereas going off to the left may mean that you're willing to try something new and explore, as what Robert Frost called, the road less traveled. Now, these dreams can occur when we're undertaking a spiritual awakening or some kind of transformation in our lives. I mean, and that could be job, it could be relationships, it could be anything. But there could be indicating movement of some kind or a suggestion to move. So to understand the significance of the dream involving a journey, it's necessary to look at the different elements. How are you traveling? By what means? The landscape that you're traveling through. Any obstacles or problems that you encounter, such as maybe dreaming that your baggage got lost, or your flight was delayed. It could be special characters that you meet. I mean, unusual people that you may encounter in your dream. Now, the means of travel, how you physically get from point A to point B, can be significant. I know I learned from my dreams and from the dreams of clients I've worked with that the vehicles that we travel in literally are representing our journey through life. Sometimes we're on foot, sometimes we're in a taxi, somebody's driving us, or a limo, or we're in the ones that are literally in the driver's seat, and that which implies that there's a sense of agency, that we're acting under our own power rather than someone else's. So who's doing the driving, and where are you going? Do you know where you're going? All of these things are part of the understanding of what the message is in a dream. For example, if you're suddenly forced to become a driver or a pilot of a vehicle, this could be indicating some kind of authority or responsibility that has come upon you without your awareness or knowledge. So the means of travel can also be significant in terms of where you are in your journey. Sometimes you're moving fast, sometimes you're moving slow. Now, if perhaps you're on a bus or train, it may mean that a moving bus or train, it may mean that you're making some kinds of change in your life, and it may be going against what others expect of you or believe that you're going to be doing. You may be moving in another direction. But also may be concerned because of the public nature of a bus or train. You may also be concerned about the impact that your actions or thoughts or ways of being may be affecting other people. Now, trains in particular can have additional meaning and can also suggest a predetermined outcome because you know where the train is going, generally. Trains may occur in travel dreams if you've laid out these nice, careful plans, like along a track, and or you're traveling a path that other people have already carved out, so that the tracks have been laid and you're just following along. So the journey is representing or acts as a symbol of transformation, with symbols appearing along the way, which can indicate risks or opportunities. Now, travel to a specific destination may be indicative of a path that you're currently on in your waking life and the actions you're taking towards your specific goals. I mean, to retire by the time you're 50, or to buy a house or buy a new car, whatever the case may be. But traveling and getting lost in your dream may be an expression of a desire to literally get lost, escape real reality as it stands, and escape ordinary routine. But these feelings of being lost in the dream may also arise because you're not willing or able to acknowledge a particular truth in your life, or you're struggling to accept it. Or it could actually be that you're just not consciously aware of a particular truth or concept or a belief. But dreams about travel can also be about understanding balance and compromise. I mean, think about you're going on a trip and, your taxi's late, the flight is delayed because of rain, and you can either talk to your fellow passengers and make life pleasant, or you can grumble and gripe and bitch, and actually start your travel in an unpleasant way. But so these travel dreams can actually represent, again, balance, compromise in the process of just letting things go and letting things happen in order to move on to the next thing. I mean, think about it. And the dream journeys involve transitions, maybe changing planes or changing types of transportation, different stages of the trip. You might have several legs to travel, and ideas around personal evolution. So just as you're shifting and changing in your dream from different modes of travel or different places, this could represent in a physical way the journey that you are making or making changes to in your waking life. So if you're carrying luggage, literally think about that. We talk about having baggage, and maybe if you're carrying too much luggage, it's a hint from your dream that you need to drop some of that mess. And drop the load literally and start to travel a bit lighter. But if you don't have any luggage in your dream, it may mean that there may be some major changes going on in your life and your perception of life in general. So, it all depends, again, on context. What is going on in your waking life? You have to start to link the two together so that the unconscious mind floating up the message and the conscious mind gets it and relates it to ordinary reality. Another thing is buying tickets. Buying tickets to a particular destination in a dream may mean, or just buying tickets in general, may mean that you're willing to experience something new and different, go in a different direction perhaps. And that's something that, again, it's necessary to look at what's going on in your life. Is your job blah, or it's just time to move on, you've been there too long? What is going on in your waking life that would evoke these kinds of feelings in you? So even the landscapes in the dreams can be significant. I know for in a particular experience in my own life, I was going through kind of a dark period, if you might say, or some years ago. And I kept dreaming in black and white, and it was wintertime. So, even the scenery was in black and white. And because it was nighttime, the contrast between the white snow and the darkness was very stark. And that was an accurate emotional landscape that was being depicted for me. And it was after realizing that I started to make some changes, and dreams became colorful again. So it's important even to look at the environment that the dream is taking place in. Is it bright and full of light and color and people? Or is it gloomy and dark and without light and without others? Again, it's all about connecting that back emotionally to where you're feeling like that in your waking life. So when you're looking at dreams, whether they're about travel or anything else, it's important to make that connection between the unconscious messages and your waking life, to the people, places, and things that are around you in order to make sense of the dream. But some of the areas that can be examined are personal associations. I mean, take a moment to reflect on your personal associations around travel and going abroad in general. Some people will never travel because they're afraid to fly or whatever the case may be. But to look at that and consider what your attitude towards moving in a different direction or moving around is all about. Now, another thing to look at is your emotional state. What emotions are being depicted in that dream? Are they happy emotions, excited emotion? Is it, low feelings, feeling depressed or angry? What exactly is the emotional content behind the dream? Are there any travel companions? I mean, are you traveling solo? Are you traveling in a group? I mean, how? Are you traveling as a part of a couple? And use that to look at your relationships, and are they fulfilling? Do changes need to be made? Again, it's all about context and being able to acknowledge those different facets of yourself in a conscious way. Also, that can affect our dreams, no matter whether they're about travel or not, is real life events. What upcoming events or situations in your waking life are parallel to the themes expressed in your dream? Is it possible that the dream is a reflection of your anticipating something, your worry about something, or your hopes around something? And finally, and this comes from working with your dreams regularly and noting them down on a regular basis, is to recognize patterns. If this dream is a recurring dream in a series of dreams where the message is more or less the same, it could suggest a persistent theme or unresolved issue in your life. And identifying these patterns can offer some really valuable insights into recurring patterns in your waking life, whether they're thoughts, emotions, actions, challenges. What is it that you keep reliving, like Groundhog Day, basically? And also, it's when you have repetitive dreams, what I find for me and for clients is that when a dream keeps repeating itself, it's the unconscious saying, in essence, you didn't get this? Okay, I'm going to send it again. You still didn't get it? I'm going to keep sending it until you get it. Now, if you partially understand the dream, what happens is that you'll still have it, but details will shift slightly. They'll be slightly different. But if you've gotten the message of the dream stops. It just goes away. You don't need to be, reminded to pay attention anymore. So think about, what kinds of dreams you may have around travel, or whether it be short distances or long distances, and link those back to what is actually going on in your life. Is there some kind of transformation or transition going on? If you'd like to find out more and have a travel dream you'd like to look at, get in touch. I do offer an initial consultation that is for free, and together we can unravel what it is exactly that you're traveling towards or away from in your dream. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.